This past weekend, I was attending an event with about 200 people. As we waited for the main event to begin, someone stepped up to the stage and grabbed the microphone and just began to speak. And clearly it was something that was intended, but we really didn't know anything about. I was about halfway back in the room, and I just really struggled to hear what this individual was saying. The voice, the sound just didn't come all the way back to me. And then it also competed with all the different side conversations that were going on, the dozens of side conversations that were going on amongst the people who were just waiting for the event to occur. I actually knew who the speaker was, and I knew she is a very intelligent individual who's really good at what she does, always has a great message, but I just couldn't hear what she was trying to get across. And within maybe about a minute of trying to hear what they were saying, I just stopped because it was just too difficult to do so. Instead, I just turned my attention to everybody else and tried to see what they were doing. And most were not listening at all. And it's unfortunate because she has a great message. And this happens all the time where you have individuals who are extremely good at what they do. They have a great message, but in the delivery, in the trying to communicate that message to others, it doesn't get across. And so much great intelligence, experience, effort gets lost. And she really struggled with three big things right off the bat. Number one, the audio was terrible. And because the audio was terrible, it didn't really matter what she had put together. We couldn't hear her, and when you can't hear the individual, clearly the message doesn't get across. Number two, there was no energy and presence from the front of the room. She was speaking in a way that perhaps you might speak with in front of someone who's right in front of you, right? One-on-one conversation level. However, in front of a large audience, you really have to amplify yourself. More presence, more energy, bigger movements. And number three, she just didn't capture our attention. And when I say she didn't capture our attention, she wasn't introduced by anyone. There was nothing at the beginning that really caught our attention, like a powerful statistic or a story or just anything that drew us in, that seemed more important to us than the conversations that all of us were in. And this happens all the time in meetings and symposiums and in talks and presentations, that everyday professionals who are extremely talented, extremely gifted, extremely good at what they do, try to share what's in their mind and influence others, but it just does not connect. And so in hindsight, as I think back to what would have been more useful for this lady to prepare for this event, what advice I would give her, and ultimately I'm giving you, is the following. Number one, get there early and check the tech. Make sure the audio is good, right? You may have a soft voice, but that audio, as long as it really elevates, it will project the sound for you. And if we can hear you, you have a fighting chance to get your message across. Number two, plan for something that really captures our attention at the beginning. If you can't get someone to introduce you, start with a statistic, a quote, a story, just something that draws us in. Next, just bring energy, right? Make your movements bigger. You have to amplify yourself when you're in a larger room in front of a larger audience. It's not a one-on-one conversation level. You have to elevate. And then the last one is just don't just kind of walk off the stage and just disappear and the message ends up disappearing. Give a final takeaway, a final call to action. Close strong. You do those four things. Had she done those four things, her message would have much more likely have stuck. Now, I share this with you all because of a very important idea, and the idea is this. Communication is not an innate talent for the vast majority of professionals. It is a learned skill. It is a learned skill that we must develop so that we can essentially transmit what's in our mind to others outside of us so that we can influence them to ultimately get what we want. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is the message for today. Good luck.